Good afternoon. Thank you, Chair Kessler and members of the Transportation Policy Board. Thank you for having us. I am not Micah Scoggin, our Community Development Director. He is out sick today. My name is Ryan Schrack. I serve as the Assistant City Administrator with the City of Goddard, and happy to stand in his place. I'll be sharing his slides and then turning it over to Tina to go over the second part of our presentation. So again, looking at growth, these are the areas in which people are moving to Kansas. You'll see a large percentage of those come from Missouri, the other surrounding states. And then in terms of county migration, we're looking at neighboring counties primarily driving growth here in Sedgwick County. And then this slide should not be a surprise to anyone. But again, we've seen this. This is not a statewide trend, but is a nationwide trend. The move from rural to urban growth. So you can see here that this is a graph for the state's population, the transition from predominantly rural setting, rural shift from rural to urban to where we are today. And then looking at jobs, we've seen obviously an uptick in employment here in our region, as well as other regions throughout the country. I would note at this point, I'm just going to add a few comments to what Micah put together in his slides. Just a recent job announcement that we had in Goddard was with our Prairie Land partners. John Deere's bringing a new 70,000 square foot warehouse, a service center, as well as a dealership to the west side of Goddard. So we're very excited. That's going to generate over 40 new jobs for our community. So we're excited to see that growth. We're looking at obviously other commercial and industrial developments as well at this time. The next few slides, these are some heat maps. So obviously the red and the yellow, that's the hot area. This is looking at residential building permits from January of last year through June of this year. So you'll see that predominantly those building permits are being issued in the areas surrounding Wichita. You'll see that Goddard is on the west side. So that's just showing that. And then this next slide, Micah did an overlay of the school district. So our school district, the Goddard School District, is shown in green. And you'll see that, again, a very hot area for new development for residential, as well as some to the north of us in the May School District, as well in other areas of Sedgwick County as well. But again, we are experiencing a lot of residential growth. At this time, we have 10, soon to be more, active subdivisions. And the great thing about those subdivisions is a lot of them are not just single family. We're looking at duplexes, other multi-family housing options coming online in Goddard. Recently broke ground on a new apartment complex, our first one in a long time in Goddard. And so looking at further diversifying our housing options, again, to look at diversifying our workforce, as well as providing a great place for homes, especially in conjunction with our school district in Goddard. And then this just shows a breakdown of those various developments that are in progress right now, with our projected population of over 12,000 by the year 2030. So a lot of great residential growth at this time. Along with that residential growth, of course, we're looking at commercial growth as well. But again, this is just a very brief overview of where we're going. And I'm going to turn it over to Tina to talk about specifically how we're dealing with transportation and as well as future plans to help support all of this residential and commercial growth that we're currently experiencing in Goddard. Thank you.
My name is Tina Powell. I'm city planner for the city of Goddard. Atypical to a city planner, I work closely with our design and transportation planning and our administration. So as you can imagine, with additional residential growth, you have a higher population, and that translates to more traffic volume on your streets. So we have evaluated, when is the right time, what kind of road profiles that we need based on volume. What we have kind of determined is as a strategy, that always has to be cost effective with city. And, we have certain ways to pay for some of these infrastructure needs and development. So we've determined that we're going to basically focus on our bottlenecks first, which are intersections, which we have one in particular, very, I would say our worst one in Goddard is at 199th and Kellogg. And then after that, we are prioritizing additional turn lanes. The left lane first, and then the additional right turn lanes, and then road widening as we can, and putting roads in with development when possible. One of our other major problems that we have is that we have a highway bisecting our city, which some of you probably also experience in your municipalities. This is a photo of the R-cut that was completed the summer of 2024. This eliminated the left-hand crossings across the highway. So you have a right on and a right off on the north and south side, and then you have a left off. There's also further east and west of this are bump outs where you can make a safe U-turn on the highway. So this is kind of newer traffic design. This is another photograph of some of our other strategies that we've planned. The one on the top left, on the left, is Maple and 183rd. So that's an overlay of a roundabout that we plan to have at that intersection. We'll have to acquire corner clips from the developers, which they're pretty agreeable to do that at no cost to the city. The top right is 23rd and 199th, and then the bottom right is 23rd and 183rd, which is where we have two very large developments that are going in. So that's going to significantly increase our traffic volume down there. We love roundabouts in Goddard. As I'm sure you probably have heard that, you know, they lessen the impact of crashes. You have one-way traffic going, so you reduce impacts of head-on collisions. They're natural traffic calming, less maintenance. I mean, all around, there's lots of pros for it. We hope that they're taught in driving school how to use them, but we like them. Planning for additional north-south arterial roads also. If you've been out to Goddard, you kind of know like where these ball fields are. That's at the Genesis Health Club. And then they've also built the sandbox to the west of those ball fields there. They have begun the northern section of Crown Drive. We would like to extend that all the way south to 23rd Street. That would give us an additional north-south arterial road that would relieve traffic counts on the neighboring east-west streets. And then also open that up for commercial and residential growth, give alternate routes for travel. Yeah, they'll get right to high school down that one. It also is going to give another route for our commercial traffic because we have a commercial district that would give that another entrance and exit. This is a view of 183rd intersection improvements. We favorably called it the 183rd turn lanes, where we didn't have any before. So this helps with queuing up to the highway. Probably in your municipalities as well, KDOT controls the signal timing on the highway. They want to give priority to those that are traveling east-westbound. So this is another way that we can get traffic moving north-south to get to the northern and southern limits of our city quicker. And that is about in completion. Now we're finishing up a little bit of an apron on the south side of 183rd. So we're super excited for that one. This is one traffic design concept that Trans Systems has given us. This is, like I said, at our worst intersection at 199th and Kellogg, closing off some of these accesses. What we have learned is that frontage roads are not a great idea close to a highway. So instead of a frontage road, transportation designers or traffic designers are telling us you want a backage road. So as far away from the highway as possible to get your traffic queuing and get in and out of there as best as possible. I will tell you though, our business owners are not thrilled with this design. So it impacts a lot of people differently, traffic design and flow traffic patterns. They want people to get in and out of their businesses as quickly and easily as possible. So we are doing a lot of community engagement when looking at this intersection, also with KDOT as well. And as you all probably know, a lot of these decisions are based off of discussions and taking all perspectives into account. This is another street that we're putting in, Goddard Galleria. This just advertised for bid last week. We're very excited about this one as well. This is a Dugan development, and this road will open up for commercial development all in this area. near the Walmart, and that's off the frontage road. We also have a Brahms and Starbucks up there. So I imagine this is going to be kind of another new market square like West Wichita has. We'll have something like that out here in Goddard. So that's all I have for now. We'll open it up to any questions if you have any.
Are there any questions for Tina or Ryan? I don't see any, so I appreciate you you coming and sharing your city with us.